Hello, welcome. I hope you're all enjoying this little game I must play. I must thank you, Amren, for redeeming ASMR tonight. I made sure certain things have been unblocked. So you might hear some things in the background. You might hear me tap on the desk. Nothing is being blocked right now. Yes, GG. So I hope you don't mind the interruptions here and there. And I hope you enjoy hearing my annoying little voice for the next few hours. At the very least, you'll hear a cat in the background. Isn't that right, Gigi? Mm-hmm. You're so talkative today. But I hope you all are having a wonderful evening, night, or morning, wherever you are. As we move on with the main course for tonight, and that is a game that I didn't think I would be playing at all. So once again, thank you, Amren, for redeeming ASMR night. And for your enlightful script of just playing a horror game, quote, unquote. Alright, let's go ahead and start this game. New file. Welcome to your dream vacation. Before we get started, what shall we call you? Why, you may call me Room. Hello, Autumn. Yes, this is the game that's been redeemed for ASMR night, apparently. Loading. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat, as if you nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from, or a single fact about your life. What you do know is that, despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? Do you need a minute, or can I go on? Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Well, not now, Ocean. Sorry, Room. May I continue? Why, please go on. Okay, then. As I As I was saying, you look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you could do is vomit. A stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head that's just a wee bit annoying? However, the answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. What will you do? I think I will dig up the face. You brush away the sand from the half-buried human head embedded into the ground before you. There is no body, just his head. As you pick it up, flakes of skin fall to the ground. The jaw falls open, revealing a gold coin sitting on the rotting tongue of this poor dead soul. Getting your hands dirty, I see. I like that. You're a take charge type. You examine the gold coin briefly, happily distracted from that otherwise been an extremely confusing morning. The sun beats down on you, drying your clothes. You check your pockets, but they are empty. Plenty of room for a gold coin, you suppose? And so, you deposit it. Why, that's a nice coin you got there. What if you were to spend it right now? Why not? Well, hello there. I'm Dwight. And I'm Claudette. We'll take that. Claudette quickly relieves you of your gold coin and tosses it to Dwight, who bites down on it like an old-timey prospector before handing it back to her. And this is for you. Claudette presents you with a tropical drink. When you take a sip, you find that it's incredible. Money well spent, in your estimation. But I gotta ask, could somebody maybe design the next one of these dating sims to be all-inclusive? It really takes some of the fun out of a fantasy vacation to be watching your wallet the entire time. Thank them for the delicious drink. It's quite delicious indeed. Did someone just thank us? Go with it, Dwight. It's normal to be thanked for doing a good job. Trust me on this one. Your mind doesn't have a chance to linger any longer on your current situation, as you feel something soft bump into your foot. When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down, frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. "Little help, please." You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Those luscious curves, the well-defined abs, the beauty and alluring mystery, and the hulk of the muscles of a masked man. 4 gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you. Via your eyes, of course. Your heart begins to race. Curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. So many competing feelings rush through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Hello? There are weird days, and then there is this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at the monster's lineup of, well, little monsters. Sexy ass monsters though. What do you do? Toss it back. You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in the huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps? Maybe a little sweaty, but that's okay. It's natural. Try hard much? Bleh. They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually bat a volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion on their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn. There they are, looking very appealing in their own way. And nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, Rune. You're made for this. Well, geez. If the spooky ocean voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all gonna work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. I guess you're also a nitwit. Look, it's best to just go with what the trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here?
You mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination?
That was a wraith. That sigh means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something.
Look, I don't care why this slack-jaw moron is here. I just want to know, can I kill them or not?
You know you can't. At least not yet.
Oh yeah, not yet.
Hey Rune, you might want to, say something. Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. But be warned. Answer quickly and answer well. This is a timed quiz, and it'll be very important later. Fuck. Very important. Or not important in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember.
How attractive would you say you are?
Not at all. I never thought of myself as attractive. Whoa. Watch it. That's bullshit. You're beautiful. You hear me? If you could have any superpower, what would it be? Invisibility? Flight? I hate them all personally. But I'll choose invisibility. Same, although sometimes I think I already am. What's your best subject in school? None of these. But I'll go with math, as usually science. Probably math. It's the only thing that makes sense when you think about it. What's your favorite animal? Cat. What? Why is everyone looking at me? You think just because I'm a typical cute goth girl, I have some specific love of all things cat, and more specifically black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyway. What's your favorite color? 3-day-old corpse. Nobody would expect me to pick this, so I'm gonna say 3-day-old corpse. Pretty edgy, awesome answer, right? I'm pretty dangerous. I talk about corpses. No biggie. Get the fuck away from me. Those are no good to me unless they've been frozen. You'd be surprised how quickly good meat can spoil. Or maybe you won't be surprised. I'm still getting to know you. What's your dream job? Playing video games all day.
If we get to do what we really want, why work at all? It takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations to climb the ladder. Only she can spin laziness into some kind of grand crusade. These damn millennials. Best flavor of ice cream. You don't have caramel. Chocolate. My favorite flavor is pain. Same. Same here. Mine is vanilla, swirled with pain. I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself. But enough about ice cream, am I right? Hold on a second. This reminds me. I am right. Always. It's a lesson you should have learned before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip. We're teaching lessons now, narrator? You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island. Even for faceless voices. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Mint chip. I'd rather still prefer caramel. So obedient. I think you're gonna do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I'm pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on the whole island. I don't like losers, but if you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith. Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots. Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either, but it's not worth my time. But the things I do hate, I really hate, you know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering, and society is carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part. Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh, no, wait. I'm remembering Spirit's story now. That's almost exactly what happened. Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's lots of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean. Grow up. Grow a body. I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead, but I'm not a literal ghost. I just create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it. Whatever. Fog body. That's not nice. He's not nice. You love it. Only sometimes. Really? That's disgusting. That's the way she likes it. Don't speak for me. I also hate it. Stop speaking entirely, actually. For the first time, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough. If we're done playing, let's do something else instead. Wow. For once, I actually agree with the meathead. I say we go to my yacht. It's a massive boat dock nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power. Wraith rolls his eyes. Don't mind him. He just hates fun and happiness. No, I hate endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuits of wealth. The way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. You know the best part about not having a filter on? You can hear my sighs very well. And my sniffs. What about hanging by the pool? I find the water calming, simple, beautiful. Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have fun as a group. Are you all serious? There's a perfectly good lounge to chill at right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun. Where do you want to go? I'm guessing that's the yacht. I don't know what that is. This is to play the game. I don't know what that is, and this is the lounge, sure. It'd be great to relax for a second at the lounge. To kick up your feet, look out over the ocean, and relax on your own terms. Who would want anything else? Dry, comfortable, enjoying a cool drink on a hot day? It's the best. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead, and then choose to exert themselves in, quite frankly, any way whatsoever? Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I don't want to do it any longer. Yeah, we should probably give her a second to calm down. Hold on. For one moment. This is Dwight and Claudette, our activity coordinators. They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer them to as survivors, with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time. So, very long. I don't actually know how long it's been. Anyway, sorry. I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps. We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, in the future we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. We don't have much autonomy around here. The least you could do is allow us to do our job. The most you could do is help us get off this Dwight? Yes. Pardon me. Please, follow us. Hey, narrator. Yes? Something I can help you with. Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they just start mentioning something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape? Escape? Them? Oh, no. No, no, no. I think you're mistaken. It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though. Yes, that's right, Yes, that's true, he was. But he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway. A couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious. Doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter. Mostly. When I agree with them. Not like that other island. So what it'll be? The lounge. Finally, freedom from the preposterous. Thank you, dyslexia, for kicking in. Freedom from the preposterous premise that the four of us would have been engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match. Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone. I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone already knows that I technically float above the ground. Nobody believed I was putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap. And when that didn't work, I tried whining. And when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on this island. But it turns out I'm not the first to toss these kind of threats around on the island. So, thanks, I guess, for getting it called off. Are we threatening to end each other again? Now it's Dwight who takes on conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper. Please, just make it quick. Is what you'll be saying when you get behind the bar to make a drink of your dreams. Hilarious, right? Right, Dwight? Yeah, right. So what will you be having? I
would have any of these, to be honest. Depends on the type of vodka. And the daiquiri. But I do want alcohol, so scotch. On a day like today, I could use something strong. Scotch on the rocks. Claudia uncorks a very expensive looking bottle of the top shelf liquor and pours you a glass. Do enjoy. Who would drink that? It smells like kerosene. You need to embrace the burning. The burning? Oh yeah. Would you embrace that? Burning is... Wraith stifles a sob. No, I can't even think about it. Well then don't. No skin off my back, you weirdo. Come to think of it. Strong, expensive. Better the longer you leave it locked in the basement. Scotch is the best. Trapper guzzles half a bottle and burps. It'd be disgusting if it wasn't so. No, disgusting is exactly what it is. Since we fulfilled your request, it's time for you to return the favor. I should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time. I swear, had I known they'd pull this kind of vax enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempted to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot near this bar. You don't think this could be kind of fun? A little fun? Never mind, I hate it. This sucks. But it could be fine. Or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? I've literally never seen him in a hat. If we must make small talk, I'm at least picking the topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports. This is a long fucking sentence. Well, I'm sorry. Okay. Lame improv game that nerds learn at their non-sports after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath it, the cool fog beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books. Novels, comics, fiction or non. Reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life. The escape into your own mind. How much I can relate to this. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine, based on that response. They were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you, Rune, what's your desert island book? The one book you'd bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this? Oh, and it has to be a classic horror, for reasons that should be obvious. She means because this is an island of horror villains, and also those books are all in the public domain. Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gotten soft these past few hundred years. So what's your favorite? I mean, H.P. Lovecraft, but I think I kind of liked Frankenstein. I didn't actually read it, but I've seen the 3 movies versions of Frankenstein. They've been pretty good. You know, you can lie to make yourself look smarter. They're killers, not mind readers. Oh, that's a good one. Seeking knowledge to find only death. Yeah, been there.
I can't say my experience have been successful, but, well, fingers crossed. And fire. Don't even get me started. Experiments. Crap. Not again. I swear, every excuse you give them. It's this talk about... Shut up. Did you just tell me to shut up? Sorry. Take it from me. This one likes to think he's a scientist, but he's actually a monster. Can I be a little bit of both? Like I said, I haven't actually read it, but that sounds smart enough that I'd be willing to believe it's the true meaning of the story. Enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mast covered eye. Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy. Great idea. Trickster? Isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the one who gets to make the rules, so I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. Ah, hello. And who is this new fan in the waiting? Beat it, Hack. I don't know. What's the harm in inviting one more person to join the circle for our game? I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea, while also teasing the secret trickster ending. I've got much better things to do than to hang out here. I'm famous. Truly do. The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap. Spit, that is. But let's be clear. This ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of the view of the public eye. Real romantic like. Yes, romance is the goal. So we'll all be waiting here in complete silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching. Like adults. Romantic, well-adjusted adults. Ruin, you're up. You grip the bottle in your hand. And you put your fate in the hands of empty bottle gods. Minigames consist of 2 parts. On top, a pointer which rotates in a clockwise direction. And on the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame. Perfect for the less coordinated because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops, that is your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it to, it's a bit like losing. But no one has to know if you don't tell them. You ready to play? Or would you like me to repeat that? I'm ready. Away we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're gonna smooch. You actually have to spin multiple times to get your real result. First to get to 3 times is your true match. That's how we play hardcore I clicked. Now get your spin on. Oh, great. You got spirit. Got wraith. Fuck. I thought you said I could affect this game. Wraith is your true match. Just this morning, you were waking up on a strange beach, surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across a beach towel at Wraith, lust in his eyes, sweat glistening on his skin. Your heart races. You can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Wraith takes you by the hand and you sit face to face at a private section of the bar. He begins to reach for you, putting his hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way he is. You're sweating in the gross way you'd sweat at the interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. If you try to lock lips in this state, you might gross him out so completely that he'll never be able to look at you romantically again. Wraith. You. We. Look, you're great, but you're also terrifying. Did he just steal your line? I wanted to be kissed by you, but, well, I'm maybe not even sure how. Is that sad? Great, now I look sad. Well, if the chocolate shorts fit. You make me happy to be around, I think. It's still so new, all of this. We can figure it out together. Really? Really? I'd like to get to know you. And you know, the kissing thing sounds great, in theory. It sure doesn't sound painful. So, then, for now, Wraith reaches out and gives you a vigorous handshake. We're acquaintances going on friends, going on lovers? I'm sorry. Great handshake, by the way. Oh, really? Truly. I'd hate to break up such a passionate moment that we only assume was passionate because we were never spy on you consensually while you stay on the island. But dinner is being served right away and we must insist that you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation when there are so many more interesting things to die from. It seems like the next activity is mealtime. How quaint. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fantasy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's a very limited seating directly around you. And, oh great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is they don't want to sit next to certain other people either. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him expected, sir. I'm sorry. Even I get nervous around crowds of killers. And my whole shtick gets a little flustered. Hey there. You're looking good, Rune. Real good. And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together.
No, seriously. Their arms are too big. They can't fit at the table if they're sit side by side. Look at this. We can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You'd probably think it was an error, but it's not. It's completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. You got that? Okay. Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side. The rest of them will sit opposite you. Huntress and Chopper can sit at the ends of their enormous sexy arms. Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really, really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you were serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge. My favorite. Meat is good. Meat is murder. Which you'd know, concerning what you've been up to. Just who are you to get judgy now? I'm just sharing facts. And you need to murder something to eat its meat. So, that's like technically true. Technically true is the best kind of true. Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat. Hey, Arun. You thinking what I'm thinking? It's gonna be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know. When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I'm gonna be sick. Is there anything else to eat? This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island. Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. Not craving up this delectable meal. Wow, he's right for a change. 'Cause I am, with my broad axe, it's the perfect tool for easily chopping up anything in twain. First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked. No blood. You two and your ridiculous biceps swinging contests. Enough. Grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option, Obs. The hell it is. Oh, I'll show you both my katana and send you to actual hell if you'd like. Please stop. Please. I hate when we fight. Or talk. Or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azeroth. Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death. Hey, Rune. I know this isn't what you want to eat. But hurry up and volunteer to carve up dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapon for 72 hours straight. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take an even longer cleaning their weapon. all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools, despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers. For some reason, they're always terrified of tetanus. Hey, why don't you just let me carve up dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold. He hated when it got cold. Here's a machete, freshly sharpened. Oh, good. Time for another minigame. On the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer while it over the target, fail to land on the target, and you will lose. I don't get this. Well, I guess we'll find out. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. Ready to play, or would you like me to repeat? Let's go. Anyway, we go. Slice. Perfect. 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 Oh, it's spinning so fast now. Perfect. Shit. Flawless. That was possibly the sexiest thing I've ever seen that didn't involve a dismemberment. Maybe we should skip dinner. Settle down. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. And remember, Rune, don't show all your cards just yet. You don't want them expecting anything. Dinner is finally served. For real. The sounds, especially coming up from the masked killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoving food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to be really embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean... Come on. We're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight are the only ones who've been working their ass off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they just tried to mash stuff through here. Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Rune. Number 2 is no number 2. One less thing to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of the group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. They're not eating. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? It's gross. Everything about this dinner is abomination. From what is certainly human meat, to the lack of manners, to the talk of dismembered parts, and these noises. Everything is so vile I might throw up. Even Spirit is talking about number twos. I thought she was the classy one. Oh. Well then, I didn't realize our eating habits grossed you out. Don't be so judgmental, sheesh. If I could feel the shame or sadness, I might be experiencing both right now. But what I feel is rage, and I'm furious you just ruined the meal. I have a whole leg to eat. Even though you're in the hot seat now, you're not nearly as panicked as you probably should be. That's almost certainly the lack of calories catching up to you. And you feel your whole body beginning to shut itself down. Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator. The ocean. Not sure how I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it. I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. I do appreciate the follow. Thank you. No one can tell you. Not unless you follow the right path. Or at least, a right path. There are too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse. Starting scenes over and having to fast forward back to where you were, am I right? For this place holds many secrets, even from itself. But the one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that, and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth. Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. There's some quality early game storytelling. Hold on, I'm back. One more piece of advice. You've made many choices by now. Some of them I liked. Some of them I did not. It is in your best interest to make more choices that I like. For the choices might be yours to make, but they are mine to reward. And if you want to truly succeed in this place, you'll need my help. You wake up to find Wraith holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth. Now that you're finally alone, Wraith looks at you eagerly. You said some pretty hurtful things back there, but I'm onto you. You're trying to push us away, aren't you? Afraid of what might happen if we got close? Did you really mean what you said? I made it up. Oh, well, thanks for being honest with me. How do I say this? It's just honesty is important to me. I've been burned too many times. Something about the word burned makes Wraith look away, far away, eyes brimming with tears and yet, at the same time, dead. I understand. Wraith looks back at you with those sad eyes, wanting so badly to believe you. He looks down at the ground. I have something very important to tell you. It's about something very special to me. It's not something I tell everyone, but you know how important honesty is to me. I can't expect that from you if I'm not honest in return. Oh, great. I bet he's got crabs. It's about my special bell. What? It belonged to my father. He gave it to me before he and my mother, well, they had to go away. Even if I was ever in danger, I was supposed to ring this bell. It didn't really work. But it's all I have of my family with me. Wow. Wraith. Thank you for telling me. Here, hold it. Whoa. Wraith just gave you his bell? Sound the alarms. What are you gonna do with this thing? Hold it delicately. You caress the bell, running your fingers over its rusty... Is that dried blood? Why are you touching this thing? Thank you for sharing this important part of yourself. You hand the bell back. Wraith is looking out wistfully at the ocean. The ocean is beautiful. It's not real. None of this is. Wraith looks at you, more intensely than ever. I don't know if you're ready to hear the truth. Just as things really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you and you quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette, sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important we stick to the itinerary and attend each event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not a part of this evening's activities. Thank you, dyslexia, again. That's strictly slotted for an after campfire story time. At this rate, we'll be late. Playing sick? No, I was... No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go. Once everyone has gathered at the fire pit, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means we're behind on time for evening activities. And we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. But one story? But story time's my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh, great. We have to decide as a group. That never goes well. Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry.
I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss. The voice trembling. You realize it's probably you, but you embrace your fate. S- s- Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how this whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I passed out. Been there before, even though it's taking some pressure off me, which is an absolute dream come true. Is it really fair to pick on the newbie? Seriously, has anything ever happened on schedule even once? Damn it, Donald. If you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll drown you in its blood, Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice. We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about. Nobody named names. Who even knows any names? Not us. Definitely not us. I renounced my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even cares anymore? Nobody. Call me. You know what? Call me nobody. I'm glad his name is actually changed to nobody. But we still gotta get started on story time, so... Rune, do you think you should... Who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please, pick somebody quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Boop. I choose you, spirit. Whoa. This entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will you? Really? You want to hear from me? Spirit huffs and dramatically rolls her eyes as she gets to her feet in front of the campfire. Don't let her talk you out of it. She's great with ghost stories. I don't know where she gets it, but she comes up with the scariest stuff. Seriously disturbing, even to me. And I literally pulled the guy's skull and spine out once with my bare hands. Talk about bullshit stories. I'm glad you're quite enjoying this. You can thank Amren if she's in chat. Although I think she's giggling in Discord for a bit. If everyone else is going to chit chat, I guess I can just sit down and... Huntress's eyes go red behind her mask, and both Trapper and Wraith take their seat. They know when it's worth fighting and when it is not. Well, I hate to break it to you, but tonight's story isn't scary. It's a romance. Too late now, though. I was selected, and so I'm going to tell my story. I call it The Prisoner's Kiss. You notice that Huntress and Wraith are both sharing a giant tub of popcorn. Nobody offered you popcorn. It was a dark summer night. Warm rain seeped from the sky like blood from an old wound. Detective Hoda, a celebrated investigator and renowned hostage negotiator, was called to the scene of a strange occurrence, unlike anything she had ever seen before. When she arrived, the scene was chaotic. Crowds had begun to gather.
A dozen other officers were doing everything they could to keep curious onlookers away. But how could anyone resist wanting to know more? For there, in the middle of a busy market, had appeared a giant box. Strange, alien in its appearance, and massive in its size. No one knew how it got there. Was it delivered? Built on site? In such a busy area, how could something like that just appear? A mystery, as if it was conjured by magic. But this was no illusion. The huge box was very real, and someone was trapped inside. The spirit pauses her story to look from face to face of each audience member. She has no expression, but you feel her vibrating with energy. She's in her element. "Help me!" cried someone inside the box. It was a man, terrified, trapped, imprisoned, his voice trembling. By now, it was as if every detective in the city was there, looking this strange structure up and down, inspecting it on every side. It didn't make sense. There were no doors, no windows, no fasteners or seams. It was completely solid and much too heavy to move by hand. Solid, that is, except for a single small slit. Just enough to see the bloodshot eyes of the prisoner trapped inside. "I don't know what happened. I woke up and I was here. I'm so scared. Please help me," cried the man as if pleading for his life. No stranger to tense situations, Detective Hoda comforted the man. She used her training to calm him and buy time for other investigators. However, time did not bring clarity, only anxiety, as the night dragged on with no progress opening the box. As the night grew longer, the seeping rain puddling on the ground, the man inside grew more desperate, more sad and lonely, more pathetic and in need of help. But Detective Hoda was no help at all. Powerless to save him, guilt began to weigh on her like it never had before. "Don't let me die in here," the man begged. "Don't let me die alone." "Stay calm," instructed Detective Hoda. "You're not alone. I'm here. Hell, half the town is here. We're all in this together, and we won't let this be the end of your story." Looking through the narrowest of passageways, Detective Hoda watched her own reflection in the tear-filled eyes of this strange, sad prisoner. Together, they both wept in silence at the hopelessness of the moment. "Promise?" asked the man. Promise that I'm not alone." "Yes," she promised. "I do." A simple pledge. She felt an instant connection like she'd never felt before. Not to her family, not to her friends, not to any of the other hostages she had worked so hard to free before. And so, when the man's eyes closed and backed away, it didn't scare Detective Hoda, for she knew he would return. And he did. Pressing his lips to the narrow slit of his horrible puzzle box, repeating his question again, steam flowing from his mouth as he asked, "Hello, Molly. I'm doing quite well. How are you?" Because this is a redeem from Amren, redeeming the ASMR, and she requested that I play this game. And that means you get to hear everything in the background too, such as my cat knocking something down. So, I hope you could just sit back, relax, and just enjoy the story that is being unfolded. Promise. Promise that I'm not alone. Yes, she promised. I do. And pressing her palms against the cold outside of the box, without truly knowing why, Detective Hoda leaned forward and placed her own lips on the opening, letting her breath creep into this strange structure, allowing her warm lips to fall on this man's. It was a gentle kiss, a moment of compassion. She could feel in this brief contact the beating of her heart, pulsing blood through every inch of her body, matched beat for beat in this soft touch. "Thank you," said the man, no trace of fear remaining in his voice, and he backed away into the darkness, disappearing in a single moment of eerie calmness. "Get back!" yelled an officer, suddenly thrusting himself between Detective Hoda and the box, breaking a silence that would soon be filled by a cacophony of whirling gears and clicking latches. A symphony of mechanical activity happening all at once. Something had triggered, as if an unseen lever pulled, and the side of the giant box began to slide open. Detective Hoda gripped her flashlight tightly and pushed forward into the foggy interior of the giant box. Her feet splashed in a puddle of rainwater, her heart racing as she swept her light from side to side. And that's when her eyes landed on the man. Or, at least, landed on what should have been him. There, in the corner of the box, was a pile of pieces. Like parts of doll, almost pulled apart. Or perhaps that's just how Detective Hoda had to think of him in that moment to survive. A collection of segments, limbs, pieces, disconnected from one another, cleanly severed and placed in a neat little pile. And on top of that pile, a head, cold, pale, eyes open, lips an icy blue. Spirit stares at the fire, her own expressions lifeless, her lips blue. Tears fall from her chin and soak into the sand at her feet. You're blown away by the story, and it's safe to say you're not alone. Everyone else is looking into the fire, or up at the sky, anywhere but at Spirit. It was you who chose her. You who initiated this harrowing tale. So sad, so creepy, so sensual. She really went into great detail when it came to describing that kiss. Too much detail. And now, no one is sure to act. Dwight and Claudette are staring daggers at you. You have to do something. This game was supposed to be a lighthearted romp. Please,
I said do something. Give her a hug. You stand, and without saying anything, approach Spirit, reaching your arms around her for a hug. Her robe, hovering in the air, begins to wrap herself around you and squeeze you into her. It's kind of like being hugged back, but it's also like being tied up. It's certainly not what you expected. Instinctually, you pull yourself away. But it's an awkward movement, and you nearly fall over into the fire. Spirit says nothing, and floats away without so much as a goodbye. You, meanwhile, realize everyone had just watched this truly strange interaction from the corners of their eyes. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. Good night, Molly. Hey, baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you? He doesn't wait for an answer. I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of this island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island. The only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby. Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about them just yet. Spirit approaches you. You know, I was watching you while I told my story. I could tell it was having an effect on you. This fog that follows me around, I could feel you breathing heavily, taking me in. You and I are both absolutely flabbergasted at the piece of information. Legit, you learn something new every day, even when you're a god. I mean, a narrator. Glad you're enjoying this, Phantom. You're doing it again right now. You need to calm down. You should come to the hot tub with me. Dipping in the hot tubs with the spirit? You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow her. An offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk. Go. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump in from the ocean into the pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. I just want to be totally clear, even though that story bore some similarities to my life, it was not about me in any way, shape, or form. Not symbolically or metaphorically, not any other ickly. I believe you. Completely. Sure, you were cut to pieces in your life. And so was the person in the story. A perfectly normal coincidence. Sure. You're trapped on this island. Trapped, one might say, in a most puzzling place. Also, a completely regular coincidence. And sure, his lips were blue. Your lips are blue. Really? You'd call this blue? Searching for answers. Hoping to find revenge. Okay. So the similarities stop there, I guess. Coincidences. Sorry. The coincidences. Get this through your head, whoever you are. Samurai blood runs through my veins. Or, well, maybe it has coagulated by now. No need to sweat the details. Regardless, I'm a descendant of noble warriors. Thousands of years of training with the bladed weapons preceded my entrance into this world. Oh dear God, super weeb. I'm fine though. Do you know how many swords that is? A lot. You've got to figure that with that many sharp edges, a person is bound to get disconnected from a body part here and there. The truth is, I wouldn't typically share this, so don't go blabbing about it. I dreamt that story, like watching a movie in my sleep, when I was just a little girl. Years before my father sunk his blade into my skin. I've never been able to shake it. That's a very adult story for children to dream. Do you believe me? Yeah. I know we just met, but yes, I do believe you. The way you told that story, it clearly came from someplace deep. Fool. Who taught you to trust a stranger? If you're going to get hurt if you don't learn to take better care of yourself. Now you got me wondering, do I believe you if you believe her or not? And if I know everything, because trust me, I do know everything. Don't I already know the answer to my own question about if I believe your answer to Spirit's question? Too much. Ocean air got me tripping. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract us both. What's important is that a certain corpsey cutie floating in a cloud of magical mist might still be waiting for you to say the right thing to free her from her puzzle box. If you believe that she is the... Damn it, got me going again. Unfortunately, before you can follow this conundrum to what will surely be a mind-numbing circle of new questions, you find a certain someone standing before you with a fresh towel, ready to dry you off. Sorry kids, it's time for bed. I might be the youngest one here, but I am no kid. I do, however, love being wrapped up in a fresh, clean towel. My mother used to help me wash my hair when I was young. She'd comb out all the tangles and tie a ribbon around it before sending me on my way. I miss her. You watch as Spirit stares off into the distance, her hand gripping onto a tight fist. She doesn't notice you're watching her at first. When she catches you looking, she turns away, roughly grabs a towel from Dwight, and then pushes him and Claudette aside as she floats off.
You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about the spirit story about the prisoner in the puzzle box. If you manage to escape this place, will you leave with your life? Or has it already been taken from you, and it's just a matter of time until you make a gruesome discovery? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. They're now familiar, creepy smiles stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by a firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable by or die trying. They hand a pillow and a blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types you will want to rob of their beauty sleep. Okay. Away we go. As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine and decide that you might adjust the dial and fix it. Oh. 98. I don't know. Let's see what's on this station. Yeah, I'm kind of like I'm good with this. Okay, we got 98. 88. Okay. 94. Listen more. Kind of like the 88, 90. That's a whole lot of nothing. 102. Okay, let's go back to 88 and then turn it off. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you till you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? Well, let's speak to the other one who doesn't really sleep as spirit, because I don't want to wake up that person or that person. Spirit, are you around? I was wondering if I could get a little company. Spirit tells you her secret for falling asleep when she's feeling restless. I like to listen to flute music, dab on some essential oils, and steam my pores. Really? What? Even the dead like to relax. I don't really have any of those things around. Spirit reaches out and presents you with a unique item. It's a small comb, carved from bamboo. I guess you can hold on to this. It was a gift from my mother. I will want it back though. And if you lose it, well, you'll get your revenge on me. If it's the last thing I do, you start to you finally start to feel sleepy. Except maybe this really isn't really a sleepy feeling. Maybe you're paralyzed. Trying to keep your eyes open, but you can't. As I bump my desk. Ow. Darkness takes over you. The dark voice from earlier speaks to you again. It shouldn't still be as spooky, but now you've had a whole day of strange voices in your head. But this one is still undeniably odd. The human body is made up of 60% water. Did you know that? Of course you did. Everyone knows that. Even amnesiastic video game protagonists. Well, guess what? Drink as much as you like. You'll never get to 100%. You hear me? Don't think I don't see what you're up to. You awake, suddenly to see someone looming over you. A huntress is rifling through your pockets. Oh, you're awake. I wasn't stealing from you. Merely trying to get to know you better by seeing what sort of trinkets you keep close. I saw you with that spirit right before bedtime. Look, I'm not saying I don't trust them, but well, yes, I'm saying that. I don't trust anyone I don't already have tied up. So, I was making sure they didn't do anything fishy. And I was making sure you're not a soldier. Soldiers killed my father, you know. While I got you, you should really consider spending some more time with me. I'm not scary. You're not? Not at all. I'm just a lost girl on a big island. I've been watching you since you got here, you know. Not in a creepy way. Huntress pauses for a long moment. Alright, in a charmingly creepy way. I've noticed how fun-loving you seem. If you spend some time with me tomorrow, maybe I'll take you to the special place I found. It's all mine. None of the other killers have been able to find me there. It's quiet, isolated. Maybe I'll even show you how to make beef stroganoff. That sounds very enticing. I'll let you get back to bed. It's been a long day. Shh. Shh. See you in the morning. Huntress places a gigantic. Only you can see me facepalm hard by gigantic. Okay. I think it's getting that time where dyslexia likes to take over so bad. I'm glad that my voice can help you go to sleep. It is one of the common or qualities I've been told about. Huntress places a gigantic hand on your forehead and your eyes flutter closed. Finally alone. For real this time. Maybe. You drift off to sleep again. Hopefully you're not poisoned. Wait a second. Where are we? This isn't... Oh geez, it is. It's one of those reality show confessional rooms where all the contestants talk directly to the camera. Look, I don't need anyone. I've been perfectly fine on my own since my mother died. I eat an all-organic diet of raw deer, bear, and human, and I'm fit as a fiddle. That being said, something about this newcomer makes me think I might be missing out on some huge part of this thing called life. There's always time to turn things around. Like that one time I spent day and night searching for food in vain, only to return to my cabin, spent and starving, to find a family of squirrels nesting in my chimney. They were delicious.
This is weird. I don't care enough to kill this person, but if anyone else wants to, I don't care enough to stop them. Might have to kill Dwight to feel anything again.
Yeah, today was fun. I don't want to get ahead of myself or really invest in something that might hurt me. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see how it goes. Or maybe they'll realize I'm not one of them. They seem pretty smart. So that'll probably be what'll happen. I gotta learn to go easier on myself. Who could love me if I can't love myself? I know that everyone thinks of me as beautiful, cold-blooded monster. I can't help it. Circulation just isn't my thing. I don't choose to be cold. This cute hat and robe, okay? Those are choices, sure. If someone were to come around and capture my heart, at least that beat thing. Oh, damn it. Besides, if I'm gonna get bloody revenge on a society that has used me and thrown me away, maybe it wouldn't hurt to have a little help. You open your eyes. The sun is shining. There's not a cloud in the sky. And you feel great. Totally well rested. You're not even suspicious of the fact that you fell asleep by a campfire, but woke up several yards down the beach. Wait. Are you on vacation? Was yesterday more than a strange dream? No, not a dream. You really are here for another day. Why? I have no idea. You're obviously a weirdo. Speaking of weirdos, I see the rest of the gang is hanging out on the beach. This is definitely not a dream. I wouldn't rule it out a nightmare just yet, though. At least they make for a sexy bunch. No? And talk about sexy. Here comes Trickster carrying coffee. Morning, beautiful. I thought you might like a nice cup of joe to start the incredible day off right. What kind of voice is this? Trickster seems suspiciously cheerful. I'm sure there's nothing nefarious behind this joyful demeanor, though. Everyone knows musicians are morning people. I also want to wish you luck. Today is an important one. My only regret is I won't be a bigger part of it. Budgeting issues. Also, I'm just swamped with engagements, especially on the other island. Trickster winks at you. If you want to ask him how to reach the other island, now's the Never mind. He left. Well, at least he brought me a cup of... Wait, no, don't drink that. What the hell was that? They don't call him the Trickster because he's good on a skateboard. And he definitely didn't get that name because he brings people drinks so they could have a good morning. That was almost certainly not coffee. I don't want anyone casually poisoning, imprisoning, and torturing you. Yet. This is supposed to be a tropical paradise. The type of place that you give a 5/5, 10 out of 10, 2 thumbs up review. Not an eternal prison of pain. Please, make sure to leave a review. It really helps with the algorithms. Just trust me. I'm not looking out for you. So, I'm looking out for you. So can we please move on? Hey, Wait a second. How did a possibly omniscient, possibly unreliable narrator physically just knock that coffee out of your hand?
This is not a parliament, and the floor does not recognize the ocean to speak out of turn at this moment.
I need no recognition, for I am the ocean. I dominate the land. I submerge those who defy me. I become their watery grave. Actually, speaking of graves, I'd like to say something of grave importance.
Fine, go ahead.
Even if this place is eternal prison of pain, and I'm not saying it is, even a place of extreme horror can still receive a 5 out of 5, 10 thumbs up review if it was crafted with love and or that's the type of thing you're into.
You know, the ocean is right. A lot of hard work goes into a place like this. You should really judge it on the artist's intent, and whenever possible, start from the mindset of giving them the benefit of the doubt. Constructing these elaborate simulations, vacations, is not an easy thing to do. Sometimes there are some small bugs or inconsistencies, but that's just the nature of the process. Perfection is overrated. The universe is filled with mysteries. We ought to celebrate those who venture into bare their souls as part of the creative process with the ultimate intent of making things for our enjoyment. Not be overly critical of them. Are you two trying to sell me on this place actually being good? You don't have to say it like that. Especially after I saved you from that poorly made cup of coffee. Sorry, we should have been here 5 minutes ago. They always do this on the second morning. Sad, really. Even if they do make some good points. Oh, sure, they make great points, I agree. Can we please move on? Yes, of course. Apologies, Rune. The last few minutes aside, have you been enjoying your time here on the island? I'm suspicious there's no option. It's been really entertaining. How else can I describe my stay on this island besides really entertaining? Wow, 10 stars, here we come. Can someone remind me to skip this section next time? Nope. We do need to ask you one more question though. We all had to sign away our rights to say anything negative about this place. Would you please sign this non-disparagement agreement? No. Oh. No, I will not say anything negative about this island. You have my word that I, Rune, agree with the terms of this verbal contract. Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Perfect. Delightful.
Excellent.
Yes. Yes. Hey, Rune. It's still totally cool that you have constructive feedback. The place to leave that is a positive review, because we all know nobody reads negative reviews of games or resorts like this. Anyway, I see Dwight and Claudette have gone into a trance. And with the grumbling I hear from your belly, that can mean only one thing.
Breakfast.
Perfect timing. Everyone rolls into the dining area to lard up those sexy little bellies with pancakes and bacon and so much for maintaining these beach bods. We're all half naked in tropical paradise.
Can we get some strawberries here? A yogurt? Magic powers will only get you so far. Even killers watch their sodium intake. You take your plate and sit down. Think about yesterday and the whirlwind of feelings you experienced. Danger, dread, disorientation. It was like going through puberty again, except all in one day, on a beautiful and mysterious island. Looks like you're not the only one doing some introspection, though. Trapper stands up to talk about how his day went, in case anyone was wondering. Personally, I wasn't. I can't imagine you can make me angrier today than you did yesterday. But I really hope you do. I really, really hope you do. Unrelated. Anyone see where I left my cleaver? Just kidding. I always know where my cleaver is. Well, that was bizarre. Back to your breath. Nope. Now Huntress steps up to talk about her feelings. This island is treacherous. I don't know what the newcomer thinks they are doing here, but it certainly isn't helping any of us. Whoa. Huntress pretends to be all independent, but is she secretly kinda miffed you and her aren't getting along? Ah, well, that surely must be it. No one else would weirdly stand up during breakfast too. And just like that, here comes Spirit. Did everyone sleep well? I did. Or should I say I did not. I haven't slept in 20 years on account of the whole burning quest for familiar revenge thing. And last night was no different. So, in that case, it was exactly how it should be. Got a lot of reading done, though. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to go back quietly resenting being trapped here with you all, while looking so cute doing so. Guessing Wraith has had enough time to work up courage to speak in front of the group. Ah, perfect. There he is. Take us home, Wraith. I'm gonna try for Spirit, but the auction is probably saying go for all. Hi, Jack. Oh, hey. That was fun yesterday, huh? Yeah, I mean not like too much fun. That would be weird. But like a good amount of fun. And now they're all looking at you expectantly. Wait, are you supposed to stand up and explain how yesterday made you feel? I think I need to process everything by myself. I'll see you all soon. Damn, what a power play. Keep 'em wanting more. You're getting good at this game or, sexy, true-to-life experience. Shame you didn't get to eat any breakfast. But so be it. After breakfast, you head to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. Before you get there, though, something catches your attention. You hear that? Who are you addressing? Me? Well, yeah, I guess. That is okay, right? You know, I might be pursuing a relationship with one of these 4 fine killers, but it feels like the person I'm getting to know the most is you, narrator. It's only okay in so much as it serves to illustrate that you've lost your mind, seeing how I'm not real and all. Oh yeah, I heard this time. I think it's coming from behind the pool shed. No, stick it in there. A little more. A little more. Oh yeah, that's it. Yes, right in there. How does that feel?
Intense. Nice. Yeah, that feels right. This is uncomfortable. Now I want you to take that and put it right. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Just like that? Exactly like that. I swear I had no idea these two even do whatever it is they are doing. I'm afraid to look. Please say something so they know you're close by and can hear everything. Oh, wow. Look at this super cool bottle of Trickster brand suntan lotion someone left on a chair. Anyone know where I can buy some? Damn it. Oh, come on. A little privacy, please. Dwight is panting, and Claudia has a crazed look in her eyes. Sorry, I didn't know how else to let you know I was here. And that I could hear you well. You know. Know what? What do you think we were doing? You were doing? I don't know exactly what you were doing, but it sounded like, how shall we say, fun? You think two people trying to find a new ways to kill each other in desperate search to make their own death permanent is fun? Oops. We get 5 minutes to ourselves every day, and we spend it hoping if we stab each other just in the right spot, we won't get resurrected. I've come to believe that the key is finding the exact place we need to bleed out from, and I believe that place is our appendix. Why else would it be there? Makes sense to me. Did you actually think we were me and him? Dwight? You're funny, Rune. You don't have to laugh that hard. They get it. My life is a nightmare, and yet somehow it's never been worse than right now. Let it go, a lover boy. I noted all our entry wounds, and our 5 minutes is up anyway. Good luck, Rune. You're gonna need it. And hey, if you figure out how to escape this island, please make sure your ghost tells us how. That was both a tragedy and a comedy. A Cragmedy. Shut up. I like it. Anyway, where were we? Oh, yes. You're heading to the hot tub by yourself to clear your head. Yesterday was, in short, a lot. So far, today has been exhausting too. But you're dedicated to achieving a true, centered sense of calm. No drama, no bullshit. Just soaking up the sun in a heated pool. Today, you're on a date with you. Oh, I like that. I want to be on a date with me. Who would make the first move? And aside from that disturbing thought, all is going to plan until a shadow blocks your precious sun. Spiky tips, like a palm tree is bending over to screw with you. But it's no tree at all. It's... Hey, babe. Breakfast was weird, huh? Everyone just getting up and announcing how they're feeling. What about that? What's that about? Some forced kind of check-in with the group? I don't like it. Fishy. Kind of lazy. Whatever, though. Breakfast is dumb. No one should eat before noon. Or after 4 p.m. Yeah, I do intermittent fasting. See my abs, by the way? Maybe you can see them later at my private stage on the other island. You know IP Island, where all the Hollywood celebs hang out. Play your cards right. I could give you a private show. Catch you around. His abs are pretty amazing, gotta give him that. And the blow-up bat? Threatening, but adorable. Makes for an interesting silhouette. Genius design. He's a psychopath, just like the rest of them. You don't gotta give him anything. And we're not best friends. Just because we had a little talk about doing a little talking. It's not an open invitation to go smashing the fourth wall every 5 seconds. Okay, now that the guy is gone and we've got some ground rules established that we're definitely gonna abide by, it's time to lay back, take some deep, slow breaths, and... Nope, another shadow. These people will never leave you alone. Let's see who it is this time. Oh, it's Spirit. That checks out. You two have gotten pretty cozy. We should get out of here. I know a place that brings a bit of welcome darkness to this tropical nightmare. Best of all, I'm the only one that seems to know about it, so we won't be bothered there. I don't even know why I'm telling you, really. It's my private spot. But I guess I got a feeling that you'll appreciate it in a way that I do. Not like these other killers. They don't get me. But I'll get them. Oh, I'll get them. And I'll get my father too. And I'll punish him for what he did to my mother and me. Spirit radiates a menacing aura, waving her sword around in the air as she threatens, well, the entire universe. It's scary. And more than a little hot. If you get turned on by menacing. Look, all this time on Murderer's Island has gotten us both a little confused about things. I'm choosing to lean into it. I suggest you do the same. You've seen her get mad, which is probably enough to scare you into compliance. But you've also seen that there's a more sensitive side hiding within her. Which one do you think will win out? You consider her offer, but before you can decide if you want to go off with Spirit, the Wraith interjects. Honestly, Spirit's great. She's the only one around her that doesn't totally get on my nerves. I guess you got good taste, but I don't know. We could hang out and I could show you some cool stuff, if you want. Or, forget I said anything. Tough choice. You weigh your options quickly. Because you can only go on one date today, and you also don't want to be hacked to pieces for saying the wrong thing. It's always good to remember that these are all cold-blooded killers. But you know what they say. When life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And then die a horrible, retching, writhing death after drinking it because the lemons were poisoned all along. Sorry, this island has really got me tilted. So who will it be? Spirit. I gotta go with Spirit. You made the correct decision, but know this, just because you pick me, doesn't mean I'm gonna slobber all over you like a dog. Understand? Of course, you still got a lot to prove to me. I want to believe that our connection is real, but I've been hurt before, literally, with a katana. A katana that I now wield in spectral form. You feel me? Because you will feel me if you try any of that macho trapper crap. Yeah, I feel you. Before you ask Claudette and Dwight to clarify, I'll just let you know that yes, it is too late to change your answer now. You and Spirit arrive at the coast, overlooking the Black Lighthouse. It's old and decrepit, but still impressive. There's something magnetic about it. You can see why Spirit would be drawn to such a place.
You and Spirit look. You look Spirit up and down. Notice she's wearing all black, just like the lighthouse. I'm noticing a bit of a theme. Is black your favorite color? Black really isn't a color at all. It's the absence of color. It's a void. Like a black hole. A place that swallows light. A dying star.
Damn.
Now that's dark. You're confident that Spirit will vibe with this, but Spirit doesn't really care for science fiction. Not the type of spaceships and lasers anyhow. She's much more of the type of strange adventures that kick off right here on Earth. Earth. Is that where we are? You wonder. The lapping waves on the shore of the coast sets a romantic tone. The fog that surrounds Spirit everywhere she goes blends perfectly with the mists rolling up over the rocky shoreline. She's at one with this place, and so are you. The peace doesn't last too long, however, as the lighthouse lets out an eerie howl, like a monster dying. Spiraling black light stretches out across the sky. Spirit has to yell at you just to be heard. Oh yeah, it does that! The light and sound reside, and two of you just sit in silence. Spirit lays a towel down and then pats on it gently. Clearly she wants your company, so you oblige. When you do, she takes out some sunscreen and hands it to you. You're not exactly sure what to do. Is this an invitation to get a little hands-on action? What else could it be? Oh, thank you. Thanks. I forgot to bring my own when I lost my memory and fell in the ocean. No problem. I figured as much. Spirit turns away while you slather lotion all over your body. Do you need any help reaching those difficult spots? You see a hand float around your back. Sure, why not? Spirit's hand on your back is ice cold, but she has a soft touch. When she's done, she takes care of herself. You watch as Spirit applies sunscreen to herself in the most unique way, by floating her own hand around her back to spread it on. Neat hand. The fact that your hands just float around you like that, you can reach things way easier than I can. It's almost like you're some kind of superhero. I'm glad you get a kick out of it, but floating severed limbs isn't exactly the type of superpower you think to wish for as a kid. I'd much rather be able to read minds. Maybe then I'd understand why some people act the way they do. It's more I'm actually jealous. I didn't mean to hurt your feelings. I'm honestly just jealous. Just lighten up a little bit. You know what? I got a cure for your jealousy. This should cure you in no time at all. I will show you exactly what it feels to be like me. That was quick. She takes out her katana and slices you to pieces. Okay. Well, let's move on back here. That's the end of the game. I hope you enjoyed it. Honestly, it was a pretty fun game. I do quite enjoy this. I hope you all enjoyed the little ASMR redeem for tonight's event. Tomorrow I'll reopen things again. And I must thank Amren for this redeem. Let's see who is currently around. Mm. Hmm. I feel like they're ending their stream soon, so we're not gonna follow them. Let's go ahead and raid into Mink. They might be wrapping up pretty soon, as looks like it's an important part of the story. But as always, be kind and courteous to those we raid into, please. As for yourself, take care, rest, hydrate, eat, and most importantly, get some sleep if you need it. Stay safe. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a good time. Bye.